Alright, let's see. Her first skill. Not an iframe. But it throws out those twisters. 2. Partial iframe. Has interrupt and some movement. Huh. I don't like that the wind up for that skill roots you in place and is not an iframe at that point. So you're rooted in place, no iframe. Then it iframes on the movement, and you're also rooted in place on your way out without the iframe. It ends early. I can't move when she's coming out of it. So that's a partial. I don't like that. Let's see, 3. Wow, that's cool. Holy cow. Wow, that's really cool. You can move around while you're doing it. Dude, I like that. Okay. 4. Are those dragons? Those are dragons. Only a Shamada can control the dragons. Dude, that's so cool. Alright. 5th skill. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Instant iframe. And it lasts the whole time. Until you're able to move. Okay, that's good. That's really good. I like it. I like that 5th skill. Alright, so 4th is full iframe as well. So I have a feeling like 3, 4, and 5 are probably going to be the skills in the rotation. Is my guess. Okay, we looked at Crystal already. Let's look at She-Hulk. First skill, let's check it out. Okay, so multiple hits and a knockback. No iframe though. So very vulnerable. Second skill, it's a partial iframe. No, nothing on the wind up. It only iframes while she's in the air, jumping. As soon as she lands, iframe ends, but she still is in a skill animation. That ground slam that creates the, you know, rubble on the ground. She's not protected while she's doing that. So, no, yes, no. The question is, can you move? Let's see. Nope. You can't move until she's done slamming the ground and stands up straight. So, yeah. So, definitely a very partial iframe on the second. Third skill, no iframe at all. Okay, fourth skill, instant iframe. The iframe does end when she touches the ground, but you can probably cancel out of it. Let's see. Yeah. You're gonna have to time that like perfectly, so you get the benefit of the ground slam, but then you can go straight into something else. Okay. So 4 is an instant iframe. You just want to cancel the tail end of it. Alright, 5, instant iframe. Wow, okay. Calm down, girl. Holy crap. Alright, let's group these enemies and see what... That is crazy, dude. Alright, this is absolutely nuts. Ready? Because physics. She's really physically strong. Therefore, she can do like 5 somersaults in the air while holding a car without touching the ground. Because she's strong. This is hilarious. And then she hits the ground so hard and the car explodes, I guess. That's that puddle of flaming gasoline and oil. That's hilarious. Okay, I need to watch the tail end and see when the iframe ends. There. Oh, it's a full iframe. That's the only, like, 100% completely full iframe on her kit. So 5 is going to be, in addition to the fact that it's the coolest looking and probably does a ton of damage, 5 is going to be, iframe wise, the best skill also. Okay. So I wouldn't be surprised if, say for example, it winds up being like 4, cancel 5. You know what I mean? Like chain those two together. Because 4 is instant but partial. Does that make sense? The iframe starts instantly, but the very tail end is not iframed. So you want to chain that into another skill that is also an instant iframe, which is her 5th skill. So I'm pretty sure 4 cancel into 5 is going to be part of her rotation. So yeah, that looks good, man. I can't wait to test it out in real combat. It's pretty cool. Let's look at Moon Girl. Let's check it out. And her uniform is like kind of second level sort of premium uniform that costs more. So I would expect this to be a serious improvement. For the pricing, it really should be a significant improvement. So let's see how this goes. Oh, look at Devil Dinosaur. He's got armor. Look at this beast. What a monster, man. Alright, graphically, this is cool. Moon Girl looks cool. I like the booster pack, the jetpack. Her hair is pretty awesome. Devil Dinosaur has armor, for crying out loud. Not only does he tank for her, but he looks like a tank. Oh, and he's got lasers attached to his head.
I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Awesome. Let me see that laser again, dude. Here it is. Ah! Alright, let's check out her skills. First is, I can't tell. Dinosaur's in the way. Okay. It is an iframe with an area of effect, an AoE. And it's an instant full iframe. It's very short, but it is a full iframe. So that's cool. One thing I do like about that is it's an instant iframe. It's very short. It doesn't capture you for very long in the animation. And since it's an area of effect that you put down on the floor, it is nice to be able to get that done and move on quickly. So the fact that this is, you know, a very short skill animation, slap it on the ground and go about your business. I like that. Second skill, instant iframe, It is partial. Around and then not protected. Okay. Interesting. Alright, third skill. Not an iframe. Dinosaur keeps getting in the way, man. So, third skill, she has summons. That's new. That's cool. That's new and cool. Very cool. It's not an iframe though. At all. Alright, fourth skill. Not an iframe. The concern I have right off the bat though is it's not an iframe, and I don't see an immunity or invincibility buff showing up on her buff bar. So that is concerning. Fifth skill. Okay, dinosaur, really, you're messing up all my enemies. Get out of the way, please. Bad pet. Fifth skill. Instant iframe. That's so cool. Encases everyone in a giant bubble. You get a bubble, and you get a bubble, and you get a bubble. You all get bubbles. Okay, so instant. Oh no, not instant. Hang on. Come on. It's not an instant iframe. There's a wind up. Yep. She's vulnerable for a split second on takeoff. Probably literally about half a second, I think. 1 second at the most. It might be a full second. No more than that, though. 1 second tops. But there's a wind up before she takes off, where she's not protected. And then on landing, it looks like she's okay all the way through the landing. Yeah. The iframe appears to last all the way to the landing, and she can move the instant she touches the ground. So I'm not worried about the tail end of this skill. It's the beginning that's interesting. And here's why I point out something like that is when you're doing something like World Boss Ultimate or Giant Boss Raid, where any gap in your iframes is an opportunity to get one shot. And a lot of the time it's just bad luck. It's just unfortunate. But it is a liability. It is a vulnerability. It may seem trivial when I say, okay, there's no iframe at the beginning, and if I say there's no iframe at the tail end on the landing. It may seem trivial, but in end game content, sometimes that's the difference between winning and losing. I feel like Crystals is the one that changes things the least in how she plays. I do like the Frost Tornado. I think that's awesome. I'm going to stick with my gut and say this one is, out of the 3 uniforms, this one is the lowest priority for me. The top priority for me is She-Hulk, because I use her for her leadership in lots of different game modes. So to make it where she's viable in game and not just dead weight sounds great to me. And then with Moon Girl's uniform being a sort of premium uniform, the 1,750 crystal at full price, I have high expectations for this. That kind of sets the bar, on par with like Infinity War uniforms cost wise. So it better be good. If it costs that many crystals. We do see that she does have 5-second invincibility on her third, and an 8-hit guard on her fifth. So she does have some protection, in addition to the any iframes. I have a feeling that Moon Girl is going to be all about the rotation. You know, some characters, it's not as critical to have just a really strict, airtight rotation. But I have a feeling if you're going to try and use her for endgame content, just seeing the way her skills are designed, on first impression, it seems like the type of character where you're going to have to keep the rotation really tight. We'll see. This is just initial impressions. Of course, there's a lot of testing to do. So here's my verdict. I will be buying the She-Hulk costume. I definitely will be getting She-Hulk.